ठीक है. Now you know the concept of concurrent list. It means both government, central as well as state, can make laws, and if there is any conflict, central government laws will prevail. That's the concept of concurrent list. Now we'll this.
So the central government has given the power to state governments to futile process, and they should themselves act.
They enact their own Land Acquisition Act. So if you want to acquire land in Rajasthan, then you have to abide with the act of this Rajasthan government. So we'll take the responsibility. अभी तो power दिया है. Let's see. It's a long process. So still we are following this Land Acquisition Act 2013. That is in process. Government was amending this particular act and was not able to do that because of the heavy opposition. What do you think? That bill was good or bad? वही बोल रहा हूँ. You cannot be biased as an IAS officer. You think from both the perspective. Because if you are favoring industries, if you are favoring affordable housing, infrastructure, etc., in the long term, you are providing certain kind of benefits, capacity building to that particular area. सब मना ही करते ना. हम पढ़ना आप लोगों को अच्छा लगता है, किसने भेजा आपको यहाँ? घर वालों ने मोटिवेट किया होगा. प्रिपेयर फॉर यूपीएससी, खुद से मोटिवेट हुए होगे, कहीं देख के हुए होगे, कुछ तो हुआ है ना. यू रिक्वायर्ड सम काइंड ऑफ मोटिवेशन. आप भी कहीं रूरल एरियाज में रहते होंगे. यू स्टार्टेड माइग्रेटिंग टू अर्बन एरियाज. वो दिल्ली, द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ दिल्ली 90% आई थिंक is migrated population. That inflow is heavy and outflow is less. So always there is some reluctance in the initial stages. So if we bring rural people to the urban areas or provide the same facility in the rural areas, obviously there was some reluctance in the initial stages, but later on they will realize that that is good. Like for example, if I'll give you the example of VAT. Initially, states were reluctant to join value-added tax. Later on, they joined and they found that their revenue went up after the implementation of VAT, right after 3 or 4 years. Again, they were reluctant to implement GST. This is the second year of GST. So maybe in 3 or 4 years, they will get extra revenue from GST. So initial stages, everyone was reluctant. सुबह 8 बजे क्लास होती है, आपको भी मन नहीं होता होगा. स्टिल यू पुशेस आउट, टाइम पे पहुंचना है, पढ़ना है. देन फाइनली आप यहाँ आते हैं. डू नॉट टेक इट सरकास्टिकली, जस्ट अ केस. ठीक है. सो यू राइट द नेक्स्ट हेडिंग, एग्रीकल्चरल इन्वेस्टमेंट. एग्रीकल्चरल इन्वेस्टमेंट. So this agriculture investment is of 2 types. Public and private. Any idea about this? Public investment is simple, investment by government. Here private investment means investment done by farmers itself. So in farm, private investment means suppose I am having this particular area of the farm. If I am investing any amount of money, any amount of capital, this is referred as private investment. If it is invested by public, means government will provide canal facility to my farm. That is what we call public investment. What do you think that which one is higher in agriculture investment? Private investment, public investment. सोच समझ के आंसर करो. एक क्वेश्चन पे इंटरव्यू का दी एंड हो जाता है. तो फर्स्ट यू लिसन केयरफुली, सोचो. मैं आपको बार बार बताया, एक बार और बताया होगा. दिस इज नॉट द एग्जाम ऑफ बैंक, पीओ, क्लर्क एटसेट्रा वेयर यू विल गेट 120 minutes फॉर 200 questions. देयर यू वांट स्पीड, डू नॉट रिक्वायर एनी माइंड. 40 seconds में यू हैव टू सॉल्व अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड. डू यू रिक्वायर माइंड? नो. Square roots you have to remember. You cannot calculate, because if you are going to calculate a square root of any particular number, it will take around 20 seconds. In 40-45 seconds you have to solve the paper. But here in UPSC, time is more, questions are less. So 100 question in 120 minutes. It means they want that you should think before him. So पहले हमेशा आदत डाल लो. First you have to think. Spontaneous जो आंसर आता है, generally it is wrong. That is my personal experience as well. So just think that which one is higher. Obviously public investment, because in India the majority of the farmers are marginal farmers. So how they will invest? There's a need for the investment done by government. So write this. Agriculture investment is of two types. Agricultural investment is of two types. Public and private. Public and private. Public investment is done by government on public goods. Public investment is done by government on public goods. And private investment is done by farmers itself. Full stop. Between these two, the share of public investment is more. Between these two, the share of public investment is more because most of the farmers in India are small and marginal. Because most of the farmers in India are small and marginal. So I hope you understand. Because UPSC can ask that private investment in agriculture is more than public investment. This is the statement. Then the statement is wrong. इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. ठीक है, इन प्रीलिमिनरी. ठीक है. Now we will write the trend because UPSC is asking about trend. So we'll write the trend of public investment. So write public investment since 1991. From 1991 you write public investment from 1991 to 2005 was very low. Full stop. Between 2005 and 2012, it has increased. But after 2012, it has again stagnated. Now obviously this shows the importance in the agriculture sector. So according to the data, according to the government estimates, if there is increase in the public investment, then you will find direct result. It means direct result on agricultural growth rate. So there is a direct relationship between public investment in agriculture and agricultural growth rate. So we write this point. There is a direct relationship. Between public investment in agriculture and agricultural growth rate. ठीक है, full stop. Now what about private investment? So post 1991 period, what happened with the public investment? It was less, that we have written. From 1991 to 2005, public investment in agriculture was less. So what about private investment? It has to be increased. It has to make up the loss of public investment. So right, post 1991 period, private investment in India, or private investment in agriculture, has been started going up, just to make up for the decline in public investment. What do you think? What are the demerits of increase in the private investment in agriculture? That may be the topic of mains. So it will increase the disparities among large and the small farmers. Very good. So right. This led to the increase in the disparities among farmers, especially between large and small farmers. Full stop. So the conclusion is public investment is necessary for the growth of agriculture. Public investment is necessary for the growth of agriculture. Now will tell me, if public investment on agriculture has been increasing, what will be the sector in that government will invest in agriculture sector? Which type of category that requires heavy public investment? Irrigation. Very good. So right. The major part of public investment requires for irrigation. Full stop. Do you know that in India only 45% of the net cropped area is irrigated? Now I mentioned one term. What it is? Net cropped area. So the difference between net cropped area and gross cropped area, I will clarify, then we'll proceed. Listen carefully. Suppose this is a piece of a land. In the Kharif season, कौन सा क्रॉप होता है खरीफ में? Rice. So in the Kharif season, I have grown rice, maybe suppose 100 kg in a particular hectare. Like this is 5 hectare of land. In the Rabi season, tell me the crop, wheat, barley, etc. I've grown 100 kg in that 5 hectare of land. Another season, I've grown some vegetables of maybe 50 kg in 2 hectare of land. Now this area is having 5 hectare. But in the one cropping season, I'm growing crop of 250 kg and using the land equivalent to 12 hectares in the one particular year. So the net crop area of this particular land is 5 hectare. but the gross cropped area is 12 hectare. So according to the government estimates, 45% of the net cropped area is irrigated in India. It means the remaining 55% area is known as rain-fed area. It means dependent on monsoon. I hope it is clear. इसको लिख लो प्लीज, ये काम आएगा. लिख लो, उसी पॉइंट में लिख लो, इशू नहीं है कुछ.
There is some concept of net production or gross production.
Same, gross production will come like this, 250, and net production will come as it. The concept of gross and net remains same, starting from the discussion of GDP. So if we want the exact data, around 90 million hectare is the area under irrigation. Around 95 million hectare is the irrigated net cropped area. Data are very important in answer writing. मैं आपको बोला था पहले भी कि you should write some data. मैं आपको बताता हूँ. Take one ivory sheet. एक ivory sheet आती है स्टेशनरी पे जाके. I'll demand that ivory sheet. White कलर की होती है. It's like white board type थोड़ा रहेगा. Then you purchase one CD marker and you write data of GDP, WPI, CPI ऐसे करके heads लिख लेना. ठीक है, पूरी sheet में. Draw columns. 2 columns. मैं बताता हूँ कैसे. Suppose this is WPI, this is CPI, GDP. Draw these columns. This is your heading. CPI inflation, the latest month and the last month. GDP of this year, last year. So you write with pencil on this side and with marker on this side. So if you find any updation in the newspaper, repo rate, CRR, etc. ऐसे बहुत सारे. ठीक है, initially I will provide you the data कि what types of data are important for the examination. That you have to remember. कोई कितना ही कहे कि concepts are important, but factual information is always vital. How will you analyze the concept? By just providing facts. So facts, so you have to remember. Article 21 is Article 21. Why it is on the number 21? Right to life. Why not on 22? कोई concept है उसमें? नहीं है ना? That is mentioned. So you have to obviously remember some of the figure. ठीक है? लिख लिए. क्या लिखा था last line? ठीक है. Irrigation in India, you write next point. Irrigation in India is struggling to increase. Irrigation in India is struggling to increase. Is struggling to increase due to the governance problem. Due to the governance problem, such as planning and implementation. Such as planning and implementation. Full stop. So to counter this particular problem, government since independence announced few programs such as this one, Command Area Development Program, Command Area Development Program, initiated in the year 1975. Initiated in the year 1975, under which irrigation was one of the focus. Under which irrigation was one of the focus area. ठीक है, फुल स्टॉप. एक और प्रोग्राम था, हैव यू एवर हर्ड अबाउट, व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म? रूरल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट फंड. सो राइट, इन 1995-96 to build rural infrastructure, especially for agriculture sector, government set up a fund known as RIDF. Government set up a fund known as RIDF. But these two programs were the umbrella programs, not fully focusing on irrigation. So in the year 1997, government initiated one scheme known as Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program. Any idea about this program? What was the main feature?
So it was meant to expedite the infrastructure projects that are supposed to enhance the irrigation in the agriculture.
ठीक है, very good, but one word is missing. This program is for the states, that central government will give funds to the states to complete the incomplete irrigational projects. ठीक है, so you're right. In the year 1997, government introduced one scheme known as Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program. Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program to expedite the process of irrigational projects that remained incomplete till 1997. Full stop. There are two states that implemented AIBP very efficiently. Yes, any idea? If we think about agriculture, we always think about Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh. But that is in the era before 1991. But in the modern times, there are few states that are performing well in agriculture sector. Like whenever you think about per capita income, you think about Goa, Sikkim, etc. When you think about education sector, health sector, you think about Kerala. So on the same lines, if you think about agriculture in the modern times, it means in the 21st century, which state will come to your mind? Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, and later on Chhattisgarh as well. So 3 states. So in that particular AIBP, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat performed pretty well. So you write, just complete the sentence. क्या था?
There are 2 states that implemented AIBP very efficiently.
Such as Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, because of the improved governance, and bureaucratic efficiency. Full stop. These states undertook certain provisions for providing adequate power supply, initiatives to improve groundwater level, canals, etc. Madhya Pradesh is achieving the growth rate of more than 11% since 2005 in agriculture sector. More than 11%. We always aim for double-digit growth rate. It is 11% plus. And for the 4 consecutive years, Madhya Pradesh is getting Krishi Karman Award. There's one award that is given by President of India every year to the best performing agricultural state. It's a Krishi Karman Award. So since 2005, it means for almost a decade, double-digit growth rate, where the overall target is 4%. On the same lines, Gujarat as well. Chhattisgarh started performing well after 2011-12. ठीक है. So now I write the next scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. First off, under this scheme, funds are used which are available in AIBP full stop. More finances allocated under this scheme, but hardly there was an increase in land area. So you know that this is an umbrella scheme, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana for irrigation. Is still functioning, this scheme, starting in the year 2007, and that particular scheme is performing well. But still, it is very difficult to increase the land area under irrigation. So that is why this government is thinking about river linkage program. पर river linkage क्या होता है? Interlinking 2 rivers. It means you are assuming that one river is having surplus water. Tell me any river which is having surplus water. Surplus. How will you link the river? So in 3 months only. क्या होता है ब्रह्मपुत्र में? फ्लड आता है जब आप गेट खोल देते हो, जब पानी की ज़रूरत होती है, यू आर क्लोजिंग द गेट. बांग्लादेश परेशान होता रहता है, वी वॉन्ट वाटर, यू आर नॉट रिलीजिंग इट. फ्लड आया तो बोले लो. दिस इज नॉट द केस. है अपना नेबरहुड है. So that's the same thing China will do with India over and over Arunachal Pradesh. They were also building dam on Brahmaputra. It's only Brahmaputra river. So linking Brahmaputra with Kaveri, obviously near to impossible. So we need actually water in a peninsular part of the India. So under river linkage program, I don't think so. Will this become reality or not? The concept is good, but you have to establish a lot of pipelines, etc. That is the main reason. Because according to estimates, you know that India is having 2.5% of the land in the world. And 17.5% of the population living in this 2.5% of the land. If we compare with, किससे करना है? China. China is having 7.5% of land area and population living is 19.5%. So ratio is relatively better for China. If we think about water availability in India, India receives 4% of the fresh water of the world. Fresh water means freshwater lakes as well as water from rain. 4%, exact figure. Exact data. In this 4%, 78% of this 4% goes to agriculture. So it means almost 3% of the total fresh water that India receives require for agriculture purpose. So to counter this problem, government introduced this scheme, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. And under that scheme, there is one concept. Per drop, more crop. What is the benefit of this? What is the main provision under this scheme that you should promote? Any idea? Micro irrigation. And micro irrigation having two parts, sprinkler and drip irrigation. Have you ever seen these two? Sprinkler तो आपने देखा होगा in gardens etc, in stadiums between cricket matches, football matches. So there are sprinklers that rotates and irrigated the whole particular field. So that requires less water, and when there is less penetration in the soil, that water retains there. That's the benefit. Drip irrigation, have you ever seen? Yes. कैसा होता?
There are pipes connected throughout the crop
Field.
And there are nozzles directed towards each plant.
Root of the plant. So you'll be able to save the water. Because in flood irrigation, there is a problem. Whenever you're flooded the field with lot of water, then obviously एक महीने तक फ्लड रहता है. ऐसा खत्म. What will happen? Evaporation, salinity of the soil. So that's the main demerit of flood irrigation. Other thing is wastage of water, obviously. So per drop more crop is the scheme to counter this problem. If you want to write any data, you can write, because I will not dictate these data. लिख लिया डन. So you write next line. So right, per drop more crop. It is the part of umbrella scheme. It is the part of umbrella scheme. It is the part of umbrella scheme. Under it, government will promote the facilities of micro irrigation. Full stop. Micro irrigation is having two parts. Drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation. Where according to the estimates 40% of the water can be saved. 40% of the water can be saved. Okay, so I hope you understand the importance of this particular scheme. Per drop more crop. Sometimes it is written in the opposite direction, more crop per drop, but the correct is first you have to provide drop, then you will get crop. So per drop more crop. So there is another scheme known as Har Khet Ko Pani. Have you ever heard about it, Sachin? What is the main provision of Har Khet Ko Pani?
Like with the help of irrigation facilities, each and every farm should be provided water.
ठीक है, that's the interpretation of this sentence. ठीक है, you right. Under this scheme, government is making provisions. Under this scheme, government is making provisions to improve the groundwater level, in order to counter the problem of depleting a water table, especially in the northern part of the country, because of excessive pumping during the period of, or since the period of, Green Revolution. Okay. So that's it for today's class. Tomorrow we'll continue this topic and we'll start with agriculture research and development, and then we'll move on to agriculture credit. Okay, have a nice day.